Your party is passing near a large mountain with a raging storm atop it. But as you get near, you notice occasionally the storm will come down from the mountain top, engulfing one of the nearby villages for a day before heading back up to the mountain's peak. As you arrive at one of the villages, you discover that this village and all the surrounding villages worship the being of the mountain as a sort of minor deity. They would offer up gifts to them, leaving them at the bottom of the mountain to avoid the storm above them, hoping that in exchange it would give them prophecies, either for themselves or for the village as a whole. But recently, the storms have been making their way down the mountain about every week or so, always leaving someone dead in its wake. Any clerics or other healers who try and revive these people or do any sort of other necromantic magic have found that none of it works. And no matter how many offerings they leave, the deadly storms just won't cease. The villagers promise you and the rest of your party all the recent offerings they collected to try and appease this being if you can put a stop to the killings. They would prefer it done peacefully, but if not, they want you to slay them. As you begin to go up the mountain, you see little ice mephits traveling back and forth from the shrine up to the top of the mountain, bringing with them the offerings. You continue to make your way up. The journey is fraught with danger, however, with caves full of polar bears, winter wolves, and even yetis, but you fight your way through them and push on. Near the top, but still about a day's journey away, you come across a massive guardhouse-looking structure made entirely of ice, blocking your path. As you approach, a frost giant steps out. Speaking to him, you discover the Master of the Elements has promised him immense power for 10 years of service. Since his time is almost up, it seems unlikely he'd let you pass without a fight. Once you get past him, you make your way to the top of the mountain. The storm whips around the peak, and through the wind you can see a young white dragon. But as you get closer, the storm moves further inward until it coalesces into the shape of a man that lands on the back of that dragon. Upon speaking to the Master of the Elements, you learn they have been transforming into a more chaotic storm than usual as their natural life draws to a close, but have been using their connection to the spirits to draw the souls from those that they have killed to imbue themselves with the longer life. This is the encounter. So this will be part of something I plan on doing next week. Master of the Elements, you may recognize that as a type of avatar thing. So next week I plan on putting out a whole avatar class, all 20 levels done. So if you wanted to use that, you can wait, or you can absolutely use a storm giant or any other being that would make sense in this scenario. I just think this is a fun scenario to get into. After your adventurers defeat this being, kill them or otherwise, they would get the gold from the villagers, but also any of the powerful items that reasonably a powerful being would offer up to an ice giant in exchange for their service. You can also use any elementals or things like that for the bad guys you find up the hill, and if you don't want to use a dragon, even like a wormling or a young dragon, for this, I totally understand. You can use like an ice elemental or something, or a wind elemental. That would be fun to have them like riding it too. Or, have them ride an ice wolf. But that's pretty much it. Just a quick little encounter thing that I think would be fun. And it kind of works with what I'm doing next week. So if you do want to see that class, which I put a lot of work into, it's a really like weird class, but I like it. It's got a lot of like interesting things about it, all elemental based. Subscribe to this, like if you would like to do that. If not, I can't make you. And maybe I'll see you next week, and if not, just keep on playing D&D.